Today I'm making mutton shami kababs. I thought I'll share the recipe with you. These are mouth-watering kebabs which literally melt in your mouth. These kebabs are easy to prepare and they can be prepared with few ingredients available at home, and these kebabs can be prepared in a jiffy. Come along and I will share with you my version of shami kebabs. I have taken a pressure cooker and also have soaked 1 cup of Bengal gram. I soaked it for about 1 hour and drained the water, and now I'm going to add this to a pressure cooker. Heat water and then add around 1.5 cup of hot water to the Bengal gram. In the same pressure cooker, add 500 grams of boneless mutton, 2 green chilies, and also around 1.5 medium-sized sliced onions. Then add around 2 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste, 5 to 6 whole red chilies. You can increase the spice level. If you want to eat spicy kebabs, you can add more green chilies and more red chilies. I've taken 1 tablespoon refined oil, 1 teaspoon black peppercorns, 8 cloves and 2-inch sticks of cinnamon. Now add 1 teaspoon turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon chili powder and 2 teaspoons of coriander powder. Also add 5 teaspoons of grated coconut. This is optional, you can avoid it if you don't want coconut in it. I usually add, so I have shown you here. Then I have added around 1.5 teaspoon of salt and I mixed it well and I pressure cooked it for about 10 minutes. After it's cooled, you can open the pressure cooker and it will look like this. In case you have some water left, you can just keep it on high flame and you can dry the water. The consistency should be like this. So grind it to a fine paste. You can use a food processor or a mixer jar, both are fine. Then keep the paste for about 10 minutes in the refrigerator. After that, you will be adding some chopped onions, green chilies and chopped coriander leaves. Combine the ingredients well just before you make the shami kebabs. Don't mix it in case you're not making it immediately because the onion will tend to release some water. Just before mixing, you can add juice of half a lemon and 1 teaspoon of unsalted butter. Mix the ingredients well with your hand. Now you can shape the shami kebabs in between your palms, flatten it and give the shape of a shami kebab. In this way, make all the kebabs and keep it aside. You can always refrigerate it for 10 minutes before frying, and also you can store these kebabs for future use in the freezer. You can directly freeze it in an airtight container. So I have placed a baking sheet at the bottom of my airtight container. Then I'm going to carefully place all the kebabs here. Then I'll be adding one more sheet and I'll be placing it so all the kebabs are intact and not sticking to each other. This you can store it in the freezer for about 1 month. Now I have taken a bowl and I'm going to whisk an egg white. This will be the coating for the shami kebab. So when you're freezing it, do not add any egg mixture on top and freeze it, because if you do it, you'll be using within a week. So if you want to store it for a longer time, don't coat the shami kebabs with egg and freeze. So you can take the shami kebab like this in your hand, dip it in the egg mixture and keep it in the plate. So repeat this process with all the shami kebabs. and then you can fry it on low medium heat for about 5 minutes on one side, and then you can flip it. When the kebabs have got a beautiful color, then you can remove it to a plate. Serve the hot, mouth-watering kebabs which literally melt in your mouth, guys. So try this recipe. It's a very easy recipe and it's not at all time consuming, and moreover people who are working and who have kids at home can definitely try this out. You can always store it in the freezer, so as and when your kids come home hungry from school, you can just grab a shami kebab from the freezer, dip it in the egg mixture and fry it and serve them either with bread or chapatis, or make rolls with these kebabs.